Guys, come closer. Let us discuss. Oh my days, what is going on? Oh my word. These people are absolutely freaking ridiculous, man. I cannot believe this. Wow. What am I talking about? I am talking about the latest manufactured outrage that the deranged have just managed to pull. The second, the very second, Meghan announced the name of her business as ever. The haters, they've gone into DEFCON 1. Wow. Wow. Suddenly, these people who were silent during the entire Invictus games have miraculously found their voices. And what do they have to say? Oh, they're outraged. Why? Because apparently Meghan is plagiarizing, stealing. She's copying the Spanish coat of arms. I mean, I know I was expecting some pushback from them because we know they don't do anything but think of Meghan, 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 Meghan all day long. But this is a new level of desperation. I tell you, when I tell you it's a new level of desperation. Oh wow. And cue the collective eye roll. I mean, like Miss Beyonce did right here. Now let's get into it though, because this is a masterclass in manufactured outrage. Wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. It I am no wonder Stormzy said that imagine going to school and then getting a job with a British media company. The British media, but barely uttered a word about Harry's life changing Invictus games. They suddenly had pages to fill the moment Meghan announced her brand. And what is the big scandal? What is the big scandal? Okay, they thought they had found a gotcha moment. First, they claimed that Meghan copied Spain's Pereira's coat of arms, a logo from a random small town in Mallorca, because, clearly that was her inspiration. Then a New York owner named Mark Kolsky, who runs a tiny clothing store called As Ever, was suddenly stunned and powerless against Megan's new venture, except he doesn't even own the trademark. So, what was that noise all about? Yeah, he doesn't own the trademark. But that didn't stop the Sun newspaper, the US edition, might I add, from running with this headline: No leg to stand on. Meghan Markle caught in another plagiarism row as shop owner whose store shares As Ever name hits out. There's so many places to go in this article. First of all, the US Sun, the the US now have, I mean, the Sun now have an office in the US. This is new. I haven't seen this before, or have I? Maybe I have, but I think it's become more established now with this article. And then the other thing is, they said Markle caught in another plagiarism row, which means to say that she has been caught before. This smear campaign is in full effect. These people are going absolutely nuclear. I mean, we expected that they would do stuff, but to make and publish outright lies after just having paid Prince Harry a huge settlement, so huge they couldn't even announce it to the general public, is amazing to me. This is the reason why people were a bit upset that Prince Harry had to settle, because if he had followed it all the way, he would have damaged them so badly that some of this would have stopped. I really and genuinely believe so. But however, I believe that it was strategic because of the Daily Mail case coming on in 2026. Yeah, because Meghan is the one getting all the heat for, I mean, Harry's getting it, but he has protected his source of livelihood so well that they can't touch him there. They just can't, because it's military, it's mental health. But Meghan's is social, it's ordinary people, it's open to the public. There's nothing classified about what she does. It's not a protected area. And so they have a field day every time it has something to do with Meghan's source of livelihood. Yeah, they have a field day. But I believe that this is the more the it's in a way it's a good thing, and on the other hand it's a terrible thing. The terrible thing is what we just talked about. In a way it's a good thing because whatever it is that is causing Harry and Meghan to hold back, to exercise restraint, by the time 2026 comes around, they better be prepared to go nuclear, because if they continue to allow these people to drop these kind of headlines in people's consciousness, it will begin to kind of do the work that they don't want it to do. I really wish like they could have uh like Jay-Z's attorney's approach to this whole thing. Every now and then when something comes up like this, they have an aggressive lawyer who is ready to tackle the Daily Mail into the ground and doing it publicly, tackling the issue straight on its head so that these kind of headlines cannot be repeated, because Meghan has to engage in the public space. And if she has to do this with businesses, I mean, yes, we understand that Netflix understands the issue, but Netflix is not the only company she's supposed to be able to work with. And what these people are trying to do is to muddy the waters. So they make her a complete pariah. No one wants to work with her because of what they see in the media. And we in this space, we have to deal with it. We look at it on a daily basis. And so we forget that the rest of the world who are not in this echo chamber that we're in don't realize that the media lies. We don't, they don't realize that the media tells lies. See? So when they see all of this stuff, they take it at face value. So I wish that I wish Harry and Meghan had like that Jay-Z's kind of lawyer who will come out and, throw everything at whichever media outlet is putting things like this out. I know they're fighting battles on so many different fronts, so it must be difficult. But this is the reason why I said I wish. I really wish, because when it was Jay-Z's attorney tackling the allegations against Jay-Z, that's the only case they were tackling, right? So they could put 100% of their attention and resources into tackling that. But Harry and Meghan have so many different cases that I guess it's a little bit more difficult for them to do the same kind of thing. Same thing with um, the attitude of Justin Baldoni. As wrong as he may have been, the way he has been fighting Blake Lively is something to be studied. He went full on guerrilla attack. And at a point, that is what is going to be needed. They need to be able to shake these people off once and for all, get them off their backs. Because what is this? Why is she not able to think of a business to do to earn a living? Why is she not able to do that? I don't understand that. Why is she not able to do that? They are openly discussing strategies on how to bring Meghan's business down. I'm going to show you what they have been saying. So when the trolls realized that uh, they had no case, did they back down? Oh no, of course not. These people never sleep. They're like demons. Yeah. Even when you pray them away, they go away or they go outside of your house waiting for a tiny sliver of weakness or waiting for you to fall asleep so that they can come and tackle you in one way, shape, or the other. Instead, they came up with this idea. They were like, let's start a GoFundMe to sue Meghan. I'm sorry, what? Imagine waking up every day and making Meghan Markle your life's mission. You're out here crowdfunding for a lawsuit that has no legal basis. While the derangers were busy launching their lawyerless lawsuit, the Sussex squad detectives got to work. They hopped over to the US Patent and Trademark Office because let's face it, we all know that the Meghan haters don't research anything. And what did they find? Here you go, right in front of you. Meghan's trademark application for As Ever was filed on the 18th of February 2025 at 12:13 a.m. I want you guys to think about that. 18th of February 2025, 12:13 a.m. When did Meghan's announcement come out? Now, I find that particularly interesting. It then just tells me that there's a game going on here. First of all, why would Meghan announce her brand name before the trademark was fully registered? I read in a Daily Mail article that a website of hers was discovered, and following the discovery of that website, I think it was that day or the next day, Meghan came out to do her video. So is it true that she was forced to do it earlier, make the announcement earlier than expected? Or, and just work with me here as I think this through, or is this another plot twist? Is this another plot twist? Is this another red herring? Because when I thought about after after going through all the cycles of anxiety concerning uh, American Riviera Orchard, I then thought to myself, well, Megan is a very intelligent woman and she surrounds herself with equally intelligent, if not even more intelligent people. So, if you knew you were under attack as an army general, would you openly declare your plans so that your enemies would destroy your plan before you have had a chance to execute it? Because if there's one thing we know about Megan, she plays chess, not checkers. And this move right here, it screams strategy. Why do you say so? These issues that they're picking on, if you think about it, they're quite elementary. They're kind of too elementary for someone of Megan's caliber to make. The kind of mistakes that they're talking about, the kind of plagiarism that they're talking about, they are too elementary for someone like Meghan. So, could it be that this is another red herring? Something to keep the media busy while she carries on with whatever it is that she's doing behind the scenes? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But it just seems like something is really off here on both sides of the aisle, if you ask me. And unfortunately, Megan cannot talk to us directly to tell us, don't worry, everything is fine. I'm doing this, that, or the other, so that we can pretend alongside with her. Oh, because, at the end of the day, the real flex is that within weeks of launching Megan's Instagram, Megan hit 2 million followers. Her rebrand video has over 10 million views. Guys, If you have tried your hand at any kind of content creation, you will know how challenging it is to come up with those kind of numbers. A single video, 10 million views, that cannot be bought. That's power, that's influence. And that's why they're so mad. And let's be real, this is fantastic leverage if she's negotiating with brands. Right now, she can work up to any brand and or any business and say, do you know what? I have over 10 million eyeballs on my content. What's up? And that's why they're panicking. That is why they are panicking. They are so crazy. So, if we want to push back against this constant media bias, my thought is while Meghan is getting herself together, if we really want to push back, if that's the reason why we're here, we need to show up for the people telling the truth. We need to keep our engagement for the Harry and Meghan's friendly content creators. That's why I'm spotlighting another Harry and Meghan blogger who featured my last video in her article about As Ever. So if you go to the top of the chat right now in this video, click on the link that will take you to the article that she wrote about it. It's a really nice, engaging article that has my video embedded in the article. This is kind of what we need to do. We need to engage with those who are Sussex friendly content creators and in the community itself, encourage as much collaboration as possible. We in this our sphere of Sussex friendly content creators, we tend to do our own thing, believing that we don't need to really push to collaborate with each other. But that's where the Rangers have an advantage over us. It's like misery loves how do they say it? Misery loves company. So they are so very quick to collaborate with each other and generate the views, but not so much in this our community, I have noticed. So encourage as much collaboration as possible where you can. It only helps the community get bigger and better. It's not about one person alone. One person alone cannot do it. If one person could do it, this media bias would have shifted a long time ago from negative to positive. Could you put up the link for Feminigra? I would do that as well. Hi, Lorna. How are you doing? And okay. What else? Because if we don't push back, the negativity wins, regardless of how we want to talk about it, regardless of how we want to look at it. The negativity wins. The media, they want to turn Meghan into a social, economic, and political pariah. We can't let that happen. So let's go support the articles of those Sussex friendly content creators who can be found easily on Google as a way of pushing back against the haters' articles. Because when we support the truth, we shift the narrative. Okay. Let me get you Feminigra's. Let me get you Feminigra's URL. Just a second. Feminigra. Let me see. While I let's see. Oh, just a second. Feminigra. Yeah. Feminigra is another person who writes fantastic Sussex friendly content. She writes hard-hitting articles which really, really show up in a meaningful way online as well. And the power blogger is another person who does good work on behalf of Harry and Meghan. So let's support these people. All it takes is for us to click on the articles. That's it. And I have dropped Feminigra's link in the chat. Click on the link and let's put our engagement, let's turn our engagement to the Sussex friendly content creators. In this 2025, that is the currency that we need to survive, the engagement. Okay. All right, so this wasn't going to be a long one. That's all I have for this evening, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, this is Wheezy signing off.